Hello, friends. Glenda Olive here, and welcome to my craft room. Letting Facebook catch up to me, hitting go live. There we are. Hello, friends. Glenda Olive here, and welcome to my craft room tonight. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I am located on the west coast of Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. And tonight I am going to be stamping a birthday card using the Seasons of Green and Gold suite. Now, this is a Christmas suite, but I am going to show you that it doesn't have to be Christmas. Makes a beautiful birthday card, and I am going to be using Blackberry Bliss with it and do the floating background technique. Oh, and of course, a little bit of Wink of Stella to finish it off because every card needs Wink of Stella. I hope you will enjoy tonight's card. Let me just fix this. There we go. And I'll flip you around. Hello, Connie, and everybody else who's out there. Here's tonight's card. So I did this card, excuse me, pardon me, and these two cards the other day. I was prepping for my Season of Green and Gold Mega Stamp Camp, and I had a whole bunch of 1-inch strips of designer paper left over, and I thought, I'm not going to throw all these away. So I created these 3 cards. I made this one first, and it's on vanilla, and you can see the separation in the strips so that the color comes through. Hello, Nadine. And this uses a bit of the Old Olive glimmer paper that's in the pack with Old Olive and Melon Mambo, I do believe. So, and then there's this funky little bow thing that I did with the ribbon that comes with this suite. Maxine, it's an amazing use of this leftover designer paper strips, and they were only 3.5 inches, so it wasn't like I had a lot to work with. And then this one, I put this row in first, and then added strips, and then put another row, and then added strips on the bottom. So I thought that turned out kind of cool. This is the new Mercury vellum. And I die cut a vanilla one and layered it in behind so it didn't get lost on the front. Hi, Eddie. And then I decided that Blackberry Bliss needed to happen with this card because I don't know about you guys, but this is one of my very favoritist colors in our whole lineup. Hi, Sherry Lynn. This color just makes my heart happy, and I stamped the inside. Now, when I was creating these cards, I was almost out of envelopes, so I didn't make envelopes to go with them, but I do have envelopes tonight, and I'm going to make it. So if you can see the background here, now it's really difficult to see. Let me get something white so I can just see, you could see through there. So I put this on a piece of acetate, which is a free piece of acetate. And I will try and remember to tell you how come I got it for free. I love Blackberry Bliss too. Oh, that new ribbon in the catalog. Shh, it's in the catalog. I know, it's got a gold edge on it. Blackberry Bliss and gold together. Oh, makes my heart go ploppity plop. Okay, so I cut out some of the die cuts using the Blackberry Bliss, and then I added Wink of Stella to them so that they have shimmer shine. This whole thing is popped up on dimensionals, and it's basic white. I didn't use the vanilla. So this paper says it has vanilla in it. It doesn't say anything about white, but it's got both. So it doesn't matter whether you used vanilla or you use white. They both look really good. And then I used a couple of the sentiment dies from the Greetings of the Season dies. And the happy birthday comes from Labeled with Love. Then I added some opal rounds on there and a triple bow. Now this one is being ornery and it's not laying the way I want it to lay. Every time I look at it, it's flipped itself back. But I'll show you how to do a triple bow as well. Okay, so we're going to get myself organized here. Seaside Wishes class is open for registration. You can get the kit, the bundle, or tutorial. And this one is the one that Club will be doing in September. as well as the class and the monthly tutorial subscription. And of course, the monthly tutorial subscription has a fourth sneaky card. And I made tags out of the sophisticated Sled bundle, and I'm having a mega tag class also in September. So those are both open, and the links to register for those are in the description of the video. Hey, Wendy. Okay. So to create this card, you will need a card base. Mine is Blackberry Bliss, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 and folded in half. I'm just going to burnish that. And then I have 5 1/4 by 4 piece of basic white for the inside. And then I have some more Blackberry Bliss. You need at least 4 by 4 to do the die cuts, and then an extra piece for the sentiment. So I'm hoping between that I've got enough. Some basic white, 3 by 3.5 is the size you need to do this die cut. And then this is 1.5 by 2.5 to do the sentiment. Linda says, hello. Hi, Linda. She loves Blackberry Bliss. Our farm was called Brambleside, and I was married there many years ago. My daughter was married there 30 years later. Her wedding colors were Blackberry Bliss and white. Oh, stunning. And then a piece of acetate that is at least 5.5 by 4 1/4 to create the front. Now, I'm going to tell you in half a sec how I got that for free, because that's a free thing for. And then I was out of the pre-cut pieces. I'd used them all. So I chose other designer paper. So we're going to run with this stuff tonight and see what we come up with. Now, the acetate. So you know when you get your photopolymer stamp sets. Hello, Renee. They come on a piece of acetate. And there's two. There's a thicker, more rigid one, and then there's a light one that goes over the top. I never use this. I always take my stamps off of this, put them right onto the stamp case, and then the less rigid one I put it in a box, and I'll be using it for something, I'm sure. But this is the rigid one, and I just cut it down to the right size, and then I need to grab, because when you use that one, getting paper towel up. It has the marks of the stamps on there. Well, you can't have that. On this particular technique that we're doing, you probably could let it go because you're not going to see it anyways. Ooh, apparently I need more hand sanitizer in that. And you can use either hand sanitizer or rubbing alcohol. Either one works. And I just grab a little bit of paper towel and clean it. And this takes off all those marks of the stamps that have been sitting on there. So now you have perfectly clear acetate to use. So do one side, flip it over, and do the other side. You have to do both sides, because I don't know about you, but I can't tell which side those marks are on. So I just do them both. And then, voila, it's clear. And now I can use it to make the front of my card. Right? Free. Who doesn't like free acetate? I dare somebody to say they don't like free acetate. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is kind of play with the placement of my designer paper, because I have two patterns or two sheets. So one is this on one side and that on the other. And this one is that pattern and then this one. So I'm going to kind of just play just to see. I don't want to put color by color. You know what I mean? I want to kind of offset it a bit. And then maybe I'll put this one down here. Nope, that'll be green against green. Nope, don't like that. See, it all depends on where you put these things and what it looks like to you. If you don't like the way it looks, then do it differently. And if you don't want to use just two different patterns, then change it around. And that one we'll put up there. And this one, no, this one we'll put in here. And I'm offsetting the join as well. I'm making them like different lengths. No, I'm going to put that one right about there. And this one right about. And I'm paying attention to this edge too, because you can't bring this in past the edge. Now I made this 5.5 by 4 1/4, and it's a little bit big for what I need, which is good because then I can kind of play with it. So something like that. And then I'll fill in where I have to. So I'm just going to take these. And now, usually what I do now is I take my phone and I take a picture of it. So I know where I'm laying what. But I can't do that because I'm using my phone. So I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to start with one. And I usually use adhesive that I can move if I have to, but tonight we're using Stampin' Seal. So, oh, and then I just ran out. Of course. It's okay. I have a spare. So let me clean this. Hi, Pat. Got to go back and read these. Yep, window sheet works too, Eddie, but don't throw those free things away because they are window sheet. They're the exact same product as our window sheets. Did I say hi to Pat? I don't remember whether I said hi to Pat or not. So hi, Pat. If you get a hello twice, oh well. Well, there you go, Renee. You're ready to go then. Renee has a whole stack. Now, this is just at whatever angle you want it to be at. And for some reason, it doesn't make my heart happy to go this way. I like to keep my angles this way. And when I did a class, when we did this kind of technique earlier this year, we started in the middle and we discovered that it works better if you start in the middle for some reason. Now, I'm going to put my silicone mat under here for two reasons. Number one, that way it's not going to stick to my paper. And number two, I can see how far apart those gaps are when I add my designer paper. You see this? Okay, now moving on to the next one. And I'm putting adhesive all along here because I never know when I go to add them how much I'm going to use, how much is going to be on there. That's why using the silicone mat works really well. And then, of course, I'll cut off the excess and then fill in the little gaps on the end with that. Oops. Gotta get this in here like that. So now you just make sure that you're kind of staying relatively straight, if you can. Wonder if that angle has something to do with you being right-handed. Yep, probably. I don't doubt that. But you know, I'm also OCD, and that doesn't help matters too much either. Oh, see, now if I put this there, to me, that's just going to be staggered, and I'm, ooh. This needs to be the other one. I don't want to put those two together, and I don't want to put it like this so that those are staggered. So let's just take this way up here like this. And take this one. See, even though you lay it out, playing still happens. Now you guys can't tell where the edges of this acetate is, but I can tell. There we go. Okay, now this one, let's just go right about there. No, see, that would be too close to that. I'm just kind of paying attention to where all the gaps, the joins are. This needs to be this one. And I cut, I don't know, I think I cut 13 or 14 of these just so I would have enough to play with and I wasn't stuck with what I had. Okay. And one more gold one. Now, if you use two different patterns, you wouldn't get this repeat thing happening that I have, because I just discovered that I'm not liking the fact that all this whole side is different than that whole side. See, this should have been that one. Wonder if I can pull it up. Got that up. Do you remember way back in the day when I was first started doing, when COVID hit, and I first started doing my live videos, and I couldn't decide where to put my embellishments? I'm kind of having that kind of a thing happen right now. Okay, now this is going to go on here, where I'm not satisfied with this strip thing because I can't just let it go. I have OCD, so I can't just say, oh, well. Okay, now this one. Okay, don't like that one. Get off there. This. I think I'll put that right in the middle, like that. And then I'm going to cut some of that off. Okay, so I'm going to put this one on, and then I'm going to do a little trimming because I'm getting to the point where there's little pieces, and I'm going to be using the cutoff pieces as well. No, that's got to move over a bit because that leaves too small a spot on that end. Right there, that's better. Okay. So are you understanding how I'm doing this? Am I explaining it good enough? So now I'm just going to go along that acetate sheet and I'm going to take these off. But as I cut them, I'm not going to let them just drop. I want to take them and place them on my silicone mat because I want to be able to use these to fill in the excess. Come on. So if you have two silicone mats, this is where they come in handy. And I do have two silicone mats. I just don't quite know where the other one is. So I was creating with the Adventurous Sky Bundle today. So that's going to be a class in October. Did anybody have the Adventurous Sky Bundle? What do you think of it? That's the one with the biplane in it. Okay, so there's what it is so far. Now we're going to use some pieces to fill in. I want a piece of this one up in that top corner. And I think that whole piece is going to be perfect size for that. There we go. Fill that in. So that means that whole side is done. Now, I need to fill in here and here. So this one here should fill in right there. And then this one, not big enough, so we'll have to use this one. And I'm just going to cut off this. And we're going to put that in there like that. And then I just have one strip down there, and we'll have to figure out what color, what pattern that one's going to be. Chop that off. Oh, Connie likes the adventure set. Hi, Terry. Yeah, I had fun. I did 2 cards. I did a fun fold. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so fun to show you how to do that fun fold. It's a slider card, and it's so easy to do. So those are coming in September, I do believe. Yes, I'm that far ahead in my stamping. Having this staycation this year is really cool. Okay, so I just have this corner down here, and I'm thinking this pattern, but I don't have anything that's big enough. So, see, these all have adhesive on them, and I got to be careful with them. Not that one. I need this piece. This piece to fill in this last section. Yep, exactly right. So now I'm just going to take the pieces that are not big enough for me to use on another card, and we'll pitch those. And then these ones, I'm just going to put them off camera here on my stand, because I have to put adhesive on this one and put it on. Okay. That it? It's only one person likes the Adventure Sky bundle. Do you even know what I'm talking about? Does anybody, do you know what it looks like? Okay, now this is going to go right down here, like that. Okay, what do you think? You thinking this is looking pretty cool? It's this paper, I tell you. This paper is amazing. And this is the focus of my August Mega Stamp Camp. I didn't get adhesive in there in that corner, but it's okay because that's going to get chopped off anyways with the die. Okay, let's get rid of those pieces. Sherry just got the bundle but haven't played with it yet, but I do love it, and being a boy mom and all. Yes, absolutely. And our kids and our grandkids love to go to air shows and stuff. Connie made a card the other day using the Fresh as a Daisy designer paper. Oh, that would be interesting. Okay, now I'm going to get my deckled rectangle dies out, and I think I used the largest one. So this is a bit tricky to use. First of all, pay attention to how much you have in your corners, because you want enough on your corner pieces that, see this one here, there's not going to be a lot. So I'm going to move it over this way and cut off that green maybe, or move it this way and make sure that green is included. Yeah, that's better. And move it up just tinge there. And when I run it through, I'm going to run it through my machine upside down, because that just helps cut through that acetate and the designer paper, because it's quite hard to cut through both of those just doing it the regular way. So if you do it upside down, then it cuts better. And remember, put it through your machine at a jaunty angle so that it's easier to run through. Wendy says she's seen cards made with it, probably won't use it very much. I think it would be a cool Christmas card too. You could definitely make Christmas cards. You hear that crackle? I love that sound. That means it's cutting that acetate. It's exactly what I want it to do. Okay, I've run it through once, and now I'm going to run it back through again the other way. There we go. And then, because it was upside down and I did it twice, see how it pops out of there perfectly. When I did this the first time, it didn't do that. I had to run it through again because I completely forgot to do it upside down. Okay, I'll just take the die off here. And that's how you do that background. Now we did this with cows, and I did this for Maggie's birthday card when I made her birthday card using the, oh shoot. Look at, I had a little tiny piece in the corner and it broke off. So now, oh, this one did too. Well, Sugar Shack. Didn't do that very well. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on here. And we're going to put that on the corner. Then I'm going to have to fill in that other corner as well because I don't want it to be empty in the corners. There we go. There's that one. Now, get that frame out. Did it stay in the frame? No. Where did it go? Oh, it's on my cutting board. Yay. I have it. I have it. And it goes on that way. Oops. A little bit of glue on that, and we'll put it on the other corner. The only issue with this, I should have paid more attention to the size of my pieces in the corner because I didn't have that issue with that one. And if you put your adhesive right to the corners or the ends of your designer paper, you don't have that issue either. It won't come off. There we go. Okay, we'll just let that dry now while we do the rest of it. Okay, so I need to, Happy Birthday is clear, is see-through, so I'm going to be able to do the die cutting of the sentiment pieces and then stamp on top of it. So we need that, and I need these two, and I need, there they are. I need, this one is white, and this one is Blackberry Bliss. So that's going to be attached to that. Put that on my machine and we'll die cut that. And then I'm going to need 3 of these. So they only come in 2. There's only 2 dies, so I have to cut which one? See, one goes one way and one goes the other. So that one I did twice. That one I did once. Okay, so 2 big ones and 1 little one is what I did before. And you can't cut them together because they are quite detailed. And I'm going to run that through when I put the other one on there. Okay, I think that's it other than the inside and the envelope, right? Yeah. Okay, we'll run those through. Get them cut out. So our weather has turned warm again. It's supposed to be trending upwards in temperature over the next week or so. I didn't have to use my electric blanket after dinner tonight. I wasn't freezing cold, which is always a bonus in my world. Because it can be 40 degrees outside, and if I get cold, I stay cold. Come on. Okay. Now I said 2 big ones and a little one, right? I don't think it really matters which ones you use, but we're going to die cut that now. And at the same time, I'm going to put this on and we'll die cut that. See, it just fits on a 3 by 3.5 inch slice. Ask me how I know that. It's because I just cut like, I don't know, 75, 125 of these for my mega stamp camp. Everything is almost ready for the mega stamp camp. I'm just waiting for Stampin' Up to ship my gold foil for me so I can finish. But I have all the die cuts are done. It's just a couple of layers. Oh no, I still have 3 die cuts to do. Oh, I forgot about that. So every day my die cuts go up in number when I realize that I haven't done something. 1,280 some pieces of cardstock and almost 500 die cuts later, I'm almost ready. So if you are out of town and registered for my Mega Stamp Camp, they'll be in the mail as soon as I can. Hello, Valerie. And the videos will go out. I don't know whether I'm going to do them this week or next week, but they'll go out soon. The video tutorials for those, especially for those that are joining us virtually and are doing their own kits, the tutorial only option also comes with an invitation to stamp with us during the virtual class. Okay. So there we have all of our die cuts done. Now, the next step before I put these on is to put Wink of Stella on them, because I did it afterwards and it was a pain in the banana, I tell you. But I want to get all these little pieces out first before I start that. Okay. Wink of Stella. And I'll do it on here because I'm going to get slap happy with my Wink of Stella. This is one of the few colors that I like when you use Wink of Stella all over it. The lighter colors are not good when you do this because the Wink of Stella, for some reason, turns it kind of a silvery color. But because this is so dark, you don't get that on this one. Look at that. Can you see the sparkle on that? Is it coming through? Okay. One more. And I got my Wink of Stella working. And you got to have a juicy Wink of Stella to do this with. Otherwise, you'll be there painstakingly doing every one. There we go. Okay. That's done. And that's done. Now this I popped up on dimensionals. So I'm going to put some glue on the stem. Just a little bit on the stem. And then we'll flip these over. Come on. They don't want to hide their pretty side. Oh, yep. I'm Blackberry Bliss Challenge tonight. And I'm just putting glue right down the center of all 3 of them. Like this. There we are. Okay, go back and read some comments. Oh, good, you can see it. Thanks for letting me know, Renee. Hi, Della from Jamestown, North Dakota. Aw, thank you for commenting that you like my card. I appreciate it. Hi, Sherry says, I also love the Wink of Stella on Pebbled Path. Oh, I bet that would be pretty. Della shared, thank you. Yes, thanks, Connie, for welcoming Della to our little tribe. Okay, dimensionals now. If you are enjoying my video, I would appreciate it if you hit those emojis. and let Facebook know that you like my videos. We are in my VIP group, so I don't know that sharing will work. I don't even know if there's a share button. But if you're watching on YouTube, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel too, and that will let you know when I go live. And every time I go live in Facebook now, I direct stream it to YouTube, so it's live in both spots at the same time. Talk about getting technologically exciting, I'm telling you. I remember back in the day when I did my very first video, and we had a train stamp set back then, and I did a technique with designer paper, and that's still one of my most watched videos on YouTube, way back from, I think it was like, I don't know, it was a while ago, 2016 maybe. Hi, Norma. Right. Just a couple more, maybe just one more on this one. There we go. Sorry, there's a sneeze coming. Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Man, that hasn't happened for a while. Renee's watching on YouTube on your TV and commenting on Facebook from my cell phone. If you comment on YouTube, Renee, I can read it over there too, but probably not on, you can't comment on your TV. Okay, so I'm going to get this and bring this back in and make sure my corners are still attached, and they are. And we're going to get some big dimensionals. Oh, remember that trick I showed you? I should use that one. Where did it go? I got so many packages of dimensionals out. So this is the one I put packing tape on one side, and then when you pull back the backing, the front liner from your dimensional stays on the packing tape, and you don't have to deal with all those little pieces. So you just pull it off and put it on, and you don't have to go in and pull all those liners off. This is a tip that my friend Kathy from Colorado showed me. She's one of the ones that I'm collaborating with for the Winter Creative Escape. So tell me, you guys that are watching, Christmas cards, other than, oh, I gotta put a little tiny one there in the corner, other than poinsettias and the traditional Christmas trees and stuff. Oops. Oh, okay, there's a issue. Don't let them touch each other, as apparently they like each other a lot. What do you think about birds for Christmas cards? Are you a fan? Not so much. They're okay. I like trees. So when you're doing these dimensionals, you have to be really careful of where you put them, because you don't want to put them anywhere that you'll be able to see it through the other side. So that's why I'm having an issue down here in this corner, because there's that join there. So I'm just going to put a little teeny tiny one on. And now, because I had packing tape on here, you see there, all the liners are still here. And then all I have to do is just plop this right on. Except that apparently I need to put one in that corner too. Okay, I know you guys are commenting. Hang on, let me put this on. I do have to remove the liner from that one though. I need to go back and read those comments because I saw something about cardinals. Yeah. Do you really want to see me in big size, Sherry? Connie's indifferent. That means you like everything, right? Valerie loves bird stamps on Christmas cards. Pat says definitely a fan, seeing as how I've made a bunch. Yes, you have. Nadine likes cardinals. Norma says depends what they are with. Linda says robins are big in Scotland for Christmas. Ooh. Della loves red cardinals on Christmas cards. Sherry, birds are just okay. Holly says trees, yes, birds not so much. Renee, I like chickadees and cardinals on Christmas. Oh, chickadees would be cute too. Okay, so now let's get this onto our card front. I'm doing a lot of nattering tonight, and I should not be doing that much nattering. Okay, now this is the hard part, is getting this straight. There we go. All right. Now we're going to put one of these here. Oh, look at how pretty that bling is. And one of those there. Okay, why is that not sticking? Stick, dang it. There we are. Now this is going to go on next. And this is just a matter of layers. Whatever layers look good to you. I love layers. And when I'm creating just because I want to create, this is what I do. I use lots and lots of layers. All right. Just about. I think I got them all now. Yeah. Okay. Now put this in here. Sort of like that. And then the final one we'll put in here like that. There you go. Oh, so cool. Okay. Now, this is going to get popped up over top of that. And I have to stamp the sentiment on this first. So I need to find my Blackberry Bliss ink. And the stamp from Labeled with Love. I like this stamp set. It's really got a lot. It's got butterflies, it's got presents, can be Christmas or birthday. It's got confetti. It's got this lovely frame. Now, I think, oh, this is the one that you can get either dies or a punch with. So this is the punch that it belongs to. So when you stamp that frame, that punch will punch it out. But it's too big for what I'm doing here. Don't forget to hit those emojis if you are enjoying my video, please and thank you. Oh, there's a hair on this. So I was making a card today, one of the Adventurous Sky cards, and I got it all done. And it was sitting up on my desk like this. I was looking at it and it went plop and landed in my smoky slate ink pad. I was not impressed, let me tell you. Yes, those dies are really cool. I got the dies and the punch. I don't know why. It's sometimes you want to use dies and sometimes you want to use a punch. And I like the fact that I would have options. Okay, so I'm just kind of layering this on top of that just to add a little bit more interest. And then it's going to go on here, but I'm going to put dimensionals just on each side and at the bottom. So one there. And one over there. And down there because the top is going to be resting on those layers upon layers. And it's going to go there, and that's not in the right spot. So let's just remove that one. And we'll move it down a bit. That's better. Okay, so we'll put that on. Dies take less room. Yeah, they do. They do. And you can do with dies things that you can't do with a punch, but you can also do with a punch things you can't do with the dies, especially if you're prepping for a class. It's really easy to go punch, 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 punch. Not 525,000 of these. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do a triple bow because this is a triple bow with that white twine. So I have, let me figure out how long this is. So 16, 26, 27, 29 inches of white twine. And because they come rolled up in that little tube thing, I always straighten it before I do anything with it because I don't want it to be twisty. There, so that straightens it. And then you fold it in 3, like that. Okay, now this has got to go up here a little bit. There we go. And then I make sure it's going together so it knows that it's got to be happy together. And then I'm going to use my bow tire and just tie a bow. And it's going to be a 3-stranded bow. So that's one way of doing it. You can do it where you just wrap your twine around your goalposts 3 times. So you get a triple bow and only single tails. But I wanted triple tails and a triple bow. So that's why I did it this way. Now this card would be spectacular with that new ribbon that's coming in the Christmas catalog. That is Blackberry Bliss and gold. Okay, I'm just going to trim a little bit of this off, and then if I need to trim more, I will. There we go. Now, need a glue dot. And when I put glue dots onto twine, I always take them off. Oops, there's one up here. I always take them off of the backing with my pokey tool and kind of roll them as I'm taking them off. There we go. So that you have a long, thin strip to put on the back of your twine so it doesn't show. Because sometimes those, the dots are too big for the back. Even though they are mini, they're still too big for twine. There we go. And then I'm going to put it right in that hole of the Blackberry Bliss label. And instead of fighting with this, I'm going to put that away. Because then it's some of the bulk of that bow knot goes down in that hole. And it's not as thick there. And I think I'm going to leave that length. I think that looks pretty cool. What do you think? You need my bow maker? Oh, Nadine, it's nothing exciting. I will tell you how to make it. I just have to go up here. I want to use the die on the front of a card base and put presents in each section. Yes, that would be cool. Good, thank you. Share it. Yes, please. Okay, so this is just a scrap piece of wood that my husband had from, I don't know what project he did. And he drew 1/4-inch holes, 1/4 of an inch apart. And it is like about 4 1/4 inches square. It doesn't really matter how big it is. But I can make a bow that's this wide. Not that I ever would. Well, sometimes you do. You want it to put it in behind a sentiment or something. And I can do a bow that's that narrow. You can see that. So, and these are 1/4-inch dowels. Just pick them up at Walmart. I think I got them at Walmart. and they just fit in here. And then when I'm writing my recipe, that's a number 1 bow, and that's a number 2 bow. So it's nothing fancy. If you lived close, I'd get hubby to make you one. But I'm afraid it would probably cost me about $20 or more to mail it to you. Okay, so there's the front, except for the pearls. I'm going to add the pearls, but let's stamp the inside in the envelope. So I'm going to do that double stamping that I did last night when I did the card. And then I want to see what happens when I use my Wink of Stella on this part. Because, you know, when you use Wink of Stella on Blackberry Bliss, you get this gorgeous pinky tone in behind. I want to see what that looks like. Okay, so I'm going to start out with this dark one that I'm going to leave full strength. And I'm going to do it a couple of times, just because I can. Let's just go up here as well. There. Oh, love that. Now we'll do the envelope. I'm just going to do one on the envelope. And I'm going to make an envelope for my original card because I had to get envelopes. And my free shipping order just came in. 10 packages of envelopes I ordered. Oh yeah, Wayne could make one, no problem at all. There is stuff on Amazon. You can also use a fork, but a fork you have to hold it while you're doing it. Do I have any gold metallic elements? I'd have to think on that one, Connie. Okay, so this is the part that goes in and layers on top of this. Like, maybe this is not the one. Hang on. There's 2 of them, and I might have got the wrong one. No, I got the right one. Okay. It layers onto here. There it is. It layers on just like that. But I want to stamp it off first. So ink it up, stamp it off, and then go in with it so that you get the lighter version of Blackberry Bliss in there. Oh, look at this. Just look how gorgeous that is. Okay, stamp it off. Line it up, and it's really easy to line up. I'm looking at the dark parts. I'm lining up the dark parts of it. Let me see if I can lift this up. So you can see how easy that is to line up. The dark parts just fit down in the V's of those petals. And then the inside one. Turn it this way because I need more room to stamp off. Okay, do this one first. So our local grandchildren and their parents are away at a camp for the week, and our oldest grandson tried wakeboarding today. Oh, stamp it off. It's a good thing you can't see through the stamp with full strength Blackberry Bliss, or I would have screwed that one up royally. So he tried wakeboarding today, and he had so much fun. I saw videos of it. It was incredible. That kid, he's so athletic. He's not competitive, but he's athletic, and everything he tries, he excels at. So he was even jumping the wake on his very first time wakeboarding. And then he was really happy when he heard that we have a wakeboard, so he'll be able to do it when he gets home. Okay, got to close this because, you know, Blackberry Bliss will jump out and attack your card. Couldn't make any cards today, had to saw off branches of my hazelnut tree as it was interfering with your clothesline. Oh my gosh, Valerie, your arm is killing you. Okay, so now what I want to do, this may not work and we may have to stamp this all over again, but I want to take Wink of Stella and go in here and just reactivate that ink in the solid areas. I don't want to make this a big blob. If I just went all over the whole thing, it would turn into a blob, and I like those white areas in there. But I'll show you in a half a sec the difference that this Wink of Stella is making. So let me get a few of them done. And then I'm going to look for some gold accents for Connie, who wants me to put gold on here instead of the pearls. Okay, let me show you. Can you see the difference between these ones that I colored with the Wink of Stella and these ones that I have not? There's a definite difference, and it's not only that, but it's sparkly too. Hopefully it looks on your end. You can see how pretty it is. The only thing you have to remember when you do this technique is to clean your Wink of Stella off afterwards, because it does pick up the Blackberry Bliss ink on there, and then it will still be there when it's time for your next card. And you may be disappointed when you get Blackberry Bliss ink on your project when you were not expecting it. Oh, this is so pretty. I love it. Okay, we're done. We're done. I have a dryer about 7 years old and never been used. In the winter, she hangs clothes in the basement under one of the heat vents. Cool. Yeah, I can't hang my clothes outside to dry because of my hubby's allergies. It just about kills him, especially the sheets and the towels. Oof. It's not a good thing. Okay, we're putting this inside, and then I'm going to see what. Okay, has anybody got a current catalog? Can you tell me, is there any bling in there that is gold? And while you're doing that, I'll show you the difference between the two. So this one is the one with Wink of Stella on it, and this is the one without Wink of Stella on it. Can you see the difference there? Yeah, I know. I love the smell of my clothes outside, but I can't. No, I can't. I want him to be healthy because he needs to be able to cook dinner. The liquid elements? Oh, no, I don't want to use those. You mean these things? You mean the pearlized enamel effects? I'm not feeling it, Connie. I'm not feeling that. But there's got to be something. Let's see. Let me look in the catalog. And we'll see embellishments. We'll see sequins. Oh, those might be nice. Adhesive back sparkle gems. I have those. We'll get those out. What else? This is what I miss in these new catalogs. The mini catalogs. They don't do this. Adhesive back metallic gems. Adhesive back metallic gems. Got those. Okay, looks like it. Yeah, neutrals adhesive back sequins. I don't know whether I have those. I tend to not get the sequins, but let me look. Oh, I do have them. I do have them. I have this shelf over here that I store all of my adhesive embellishments in these. So they sit in a shelf, and all I have to do is run down. So if it has a yellow dot on it, it means it's new this year. And then I put a note down here when it's an online exclusive, because then I know where to reorder them from, or when somebody says, what's the name of that one you use? I can tell them. Gold faceted adhesive back sequins. Gold faceted adhesive back sequins. Where are those, Pat? Are those in the catalog? Of course. Yes. These. Those are the neutrals sequins. Are those an online exclusive? Or maybe they're no longer current? Because if they're not current, I don't have them. I've taken all that because those are what I give away for my Share It Saturday wins. Okay, we have sequins. We have, oh, in your collection, yeah. I have adhesive back metallic gems though, and there's gold in there. Or we have these gold sparkle gems. Oh, apparently I've used all my gold ones. Open a new package. Which means I have to reorder these now. Okay. So these are our choices. Choice number 1 is the sequins, and they're a bright gold. Choice number 2 is the metallic gems, and they're a duller gold. And choice number 3 is the sparkle gems. I know what I want. Can you guess which one I want to use? Ooh, these sequins are having fun together, apparently. Get off of each other. There's one over there. Gold sparkle. Yep. You guys know me. These are too dull. And truth be told, I don't like sequins. I don't know. They just don't make my heart happy. However, these sparkle gems make my heart happy. I did use the opal rounds and they look pretty on there. What's happened to my picture? There we are. Okay, so let's get some gold sparkle sequins happening in here. And put one there. And we'll put one up here. And then we'll put one. Ooh, right there, I think. There we go. Okay, we're done. See, it's getting easier for me to put my embellishments on and leave them on there. Now, this one I'm not putting away because I have to reorder. So I keep them out till I put them on my list. And there we go. Connie, you don't like sequins either? Look at that. Look at the sparkle on this card. So you get the sparkle from the gold foiling. You get the sparkle from the window sheet in behind. You get the sparkle from Wink of Stella, and then these sparkle gems. Talk about a sparkly card. Aw, thank you, everybody. Don't forget to hit those emojis. And if you're watching this on YouTube, just go hit that red button down there and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I appreciate it. Okay. Well, we've been doing this for an hour now. You guys are so kind. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's the Blackberry Bliss that makes that card, I think. Now, do you want to see? Oh, I got a card from Connie. I have to show you this. I got a card from Connie and Valerie today. So we'll do Valerie's card first because then there's an explanation for Connie's. So this, look at that. Isn't that a pretty card from Valerie? Thank you. And this one I got from Connie. No, Nadine. I got this from Nadine today. And inside this card was a kit to make the card. Hang on, got to open it up the other way. So it has it has the die cut frame. Now, I didn't get this bundle. This is the citrus bundle, and I didn't get it because the only thing I really liked was this die. So she sent me one of those. She cut out the designer paper with the die set. She cut out a bunch of little flowers. She sent me a bow that she tied, thank you, and some bling. Oops, that bling came off. Hang on, I got to put it back on this paper. And a die cut for the sentiment. And another die cut, just in case I mess up the first one. And then this piece to use either on the inside or the envelope. Now, let me take the note out of here first before I show you. So she used the three little flowers in here. And then on the envelope, she put that part piece. Isn't that cool? And then there's this little note in there that says, hang on, I'm going to put these away so I don't lose them. There's a little note in there that says, enjoy the card. Thank you for all you do. Thanks to Stampin' Up for bringing us together. And I sent her a note and said, thank you for the card and the kit. I got them today. And she said, so make the card and put the Glenda spin on it. How can I put a Glenda spin on a card that is this gorgeous? Really, it's amazing. And you know what? It gets me this close to wanting that bundle. I have some of the paper, but next week, when is the 6th? Not next week. Yep, next week, August the 6th. So thank you, Nadine. That's very nice of you to do that. August the 6th, select designer paper is going on sale, 15% off. And instead of $17, that designer paper is going to be $14.45. I may just have to get some more and fussy cut those. Woo, I got flowers flying everywhere. Fussy cut these out and make cards, but that still doesn't give me that background die cut. And I don't know. Do you think I need to get this bundle for that die cut? Yeah, Nadine says you'll love the bundle. The dies are awesome. So all of there's 6x6 paper, there's 12x12 paper, and it's these 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 packages are going to be 15% off. Okay, let me go in here. I'm trying to find it. It's in here somewhere. It's in here somewhere. What's it called? Mediterranean. Everybody's calling it the citrus bundle, but it's called Mediterranean. So there's the dies. Oh, look, it's got some standalone leaf dies in there as well. Oh, darn you, Nadine. I may just have to adopt that one too. Connie says, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. I hope you have enjoyed our card journey. I was going to show you one of the cards I made today, but I can't. They're down hanging out in my studio already. So tomorrow night I'll be back with a fun fold using Seaside Wishes. Halloween is coming and you can make spooky cards with that frame. Oh, you could. Oh, you could. Yes, I do it to you, Nadine. I do. People call me an enabler. People call me a dealer. I prefer to think of myself as an influencer. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time in my VIP group and on YouTube with a fun fold using the Seaside Wishes bundle. I will see you again soon in my craft room. Stampin' Smiles. Bye for now.